All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. Brothers from Great Millstone Tampa Church back for another live lesson. Lord, as well as edifying. And, we're just going to get into it, flow in the spirit, whatever brothers got. But I will bring up this article I sent out earlier real quick, and then brothers can just go in. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, here it is. It's about, where did I send it? Okay, it was the Florida. Here we go. It says the article is called, it's on CNBC. It says China plans to hand out 1.5 million in a digital currency test during Lunar New Year. So the mark of the beast is quickly approaching, man. We've been telling you. Now the proof is in the pudding. They're not giving out free money for nothing. So hey, the scriptures clearly tell you about buying and selling, and now they're talking not just China, but the world central banks is talking about digital currency. So we clearly see where this is headed, and you can't say, what you mean? What is the chip? What do people use the chip for? One of the main purpose people are using the chip right now, people that have already got it, is for what? To buy things, man, to sell things, to make transactions. So, at this point, it's clear and evident what the mark of the beast is, but, I just wanted to start off on that, brothers want to hit on some points. Go ahead.
I got a precept, get this thing going. This is Proverbs 17 and 23. It says, "With your hand taketh the gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment." So, talk about, a gift to shore up the heart, this devil, going into the example. Moab, pretty much making a gift to ultimately to distract you and pull you away from making judgment that take this device, which you're going to reach damnation, because how are you going to be able to access the digital currency? Are you going to get a debit card? It's going to be inside of your hand or in your forehead, like you say. That's things going to happen over here in so-called America very, very soon. Tie into Jacob's trouble.
13 and 16 calls it all, both small, great, rich and poor, right? And our foreheads. How convenient, is it for the new version? Now, got 2 years ago, during the concert, he told all his people there that, hey, all y'all going to hell with me. A lot of people thought that 2 years ago, he said that all y'all going to hell with me. It's too, you heard the song times, whatever the case may be, and then here it is, he got a $24 million diamond implanted into his forehead, right? Getting that gradualism, getting people used, all right, to planting in their forehead, man. Now he's talking about, actually getting let's get brain chips. So, it's getting you buttered up, man, getting you ready to accept this mark of the beast system. Right? The system is full swing. All right, the whole Apple Pay, the cashless pay, all that, man. It's now in full swing, man. All right, they have an agenda that that they need accomplished, and it ain't gonna let up. He finna start showing all his tricks that he got from his technology, showing forth the miracles. He got Elon Musk, with the whole Neuralink, the brain chipping. Okay, trials already finna get ready to start. He want to start it this year, 2021. He want to start the human trials with the brain implants, man. Okay. It's speaking. As the brother said, now the image of the beast is speaking, man. All right, he's already letting you know, what he wants done.
Yeah. Real quick,
And verse 6.
on the article,
I'm bringing out a precept. Hold on. This is Sirach 13.
Okay, good.
It says, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? So going into, handing these people out, the money, that's what Esau has something. You have something that Esau wants, and that's for you to become a slave for him.
Your soul.
Yeah, your soul. You get the soul to possess it. And he says he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? Then verse 7 says, and he will tame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice, and at the last he will laugh thee to scorn. Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. And that's what's going to happen. Esau's going to run y'all, pump y'all fat, make you nice and plump, and then he's going to come in for the kill on you, man. Come in with the mandatory, or not a mandatory, but the RFID microchip, and then mandatory enslavement. Okay, you lay down and get down. That's what's going, or whatever however the saying goes. But that's what Esau's doing, man. And it said he's going to deceive these people because you think he's getting all from the government, like if they were trying to help you, they want to see your downfall. But you got it out.
Kind of. This is to back the brother up. This is in the article, because it's going to be their way or the highway. All right, and they're starting in China. They've been doing it in China. With the cashless stores and whatnot. But it says the digital currency test is only open to those with a Chinese ID number. So you got to have, if you can't just be in China and receive it. You got to specifically be going under their which is a card, a China. It's like almost like a driver's license here, but and it says or residence permits from Hong Kong, Macau, or Taiwan. So what they're gonna get rid of that. They're gonna get rid of physical cards. And then it's all gonna be on one system, the Internet of Things, the chip, which is gonna be you the next component to be part of the Internet of Things, the humans, and then it goes on and talks about how it's gonna work similar to mobile pay, like the brother mentioned earlier, Apple Pay and all that. They got a bunch over there in China. This one's called Alipay, okay. But what this is clearly leading to really this is the beast system, because Esau is just playing damn lab rats with them gooks out there, just like the Wuhan, lo and behold, it's sprung from China. So China's just a bunch of lab rats out there. But what you see these things taking place throughout the whole world, all right, because this is the new world order being established. All right, take orders, do this, do that. All right, put your mask on. All right, prove you got the jab. All right, this is where it's coming down to, and it's spearheaded by Esau Edom. All right, the beast. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, I got something. Because going to pretty much, this devil is making it to where it's not an option no more, because brother brought out Revelation 13 chapter said you can't buy or sell except you have that, the mark. So like in cars now, new cars, they don't have CD players. They don't have whatever, cassette tapes, So you can't, that's not an available option anymore. So that's gonna be the same thing in this world to come. But I'll just get Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon earth. So it's happening in China. All right. So in the prophecy about going into Babylon, the great destruction to be here in America. So best believe that's going to start going over here soon too. Right. But going to the word of my patience, when it says the temptation, it says because the article's talking about it's an experiment. So you go into the word temptation as perismos, and that's what it is. It's an experiment, because the Lord is tempting the world. Okay, to see who's going to bow down. Right, but the elect are not going to bow down, because they're not going to be deceived. They're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Right?
Yeah, the elect won't bow down. You know, they will never be deceived. As deceptive as Esau is in the world, the elect is going to pull through that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And like you said, that temptation, as Scripture said, that temptation is going to come upon the whole earth. And right now, they're just setting it up. You know, Esau thinks that he has the world in his hands, but it's really the Lord is programming them to do these things at this time. You know, he has to continue to hold on to control in the world. So, and we all see that control is quickly slipping out of Esau's hands. So he's starting to pull these things and try to put them into fruition, such as you know, starting with the medical thing that's happening right now. Is going to push into the market of beasts. China is just the one that's kind of setting it up right now. Yeah, something to say?
Yep. Hey, I got real quick to back you up, like you just said, the whole medical situation that's taking place, which is what a global scenario or global live exercise, whatever Pompeo had said. But this is on usnews.com to back the brother up what he just said. It says Bank of Canada accelerates work on digital currency amid pandemic. So because of this situation we got, people or banks, all right, are accelerating the need for digital currency. We don't need paper money and them dirty ass coins. We got to get rid of that. You know, let's bring in this digital currency. Yep. And what happens when they bring in a digital currency? The paper, like the brother said earlier, the CD players and the 8-tracks, they don't exist no more. Nobody goes to Walmart and buys a CD, you know, of Jay-Z, you know. So what? That paper money, them coins, they're going to be useless because what? They've moved on to the next step. CD players or CDs are useless because the cars don't have CD players. So physical, you know, fiat money, that fiat currency, that paperback or the greenbacks, they're going to be useless because it's going to go to the next step, and no one's going to accept that. So what is you gonna need? You're gonna need you're gonna need the digital currency, and how you gonna pay with that? They're gonna stop doing that Apple Pay and this and that. Now you're gonna need the chip.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, Art.
Yeah, it's funny because it's just happening right before your eyes. It's not like they're telling you, okay, on this day we're gonna do that. It's just like slowly happening, but it's happening quick. Just like you said about the CDs, all that's obsolete. You know, cassette players and CD players in your deck. You know, that's all obsolete now. Now it's pure Bluetooth, you know, and USB, and no one's complaining. That's just what it is, and it's going to be the same thing with your currency, and you're going to have to fall in line with it. You know, whether you like it or not, you're going to have to kind of move with the Joneses, and you're going to have to. All right, well, if I want to participate in society, then I need to get with this digital currency, which is you're going to have to get a mark in your hand. Which the brother read earlier in Revelation 13. I got Revelation 14. I'll start at the ninth verse.
Hey, real quick, before you read that, the judgment. What they're doing is they allow these blockchains to come out. You know, these bitcoins and all these other cryptocurrencies, and you see what's the effect of it. People are allowed to have their hand in it, so it's volatile. You know, it went from $13. Now it's I checked earlier today, it was like 45,000 today. So what they're going to do, they're going to cut all that out, and it's going to be one world currency. It's going to all right, well, the new world order, the beast is going to control what the value is. Not everybody else, not the people where you can just buy it up and you know, have it go from $300 to $40,000 and overnight it'll go down 10,000. No, it's not going to be. They're going to cut. That's why they're allowing these blockchains to do what they're doing right now, so they can have an excuse to come in and regulate that. So now, okay, well, this is the new world currency, you know. But go ahead, Art.
Yeah, problem, reaction, solution. Exactly.
Yep.
Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. And that just reiterating what the brother read earlier in the 13th chapter. It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And this is just written very poetically. I mean, this is beautiful. It says, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So if you decide that life is too hard for you to try to withstand what Esau is bringing upon the earth, and you're just gonna play along, and what's going to end up happening to you is torment. All right, and this is the judgment for those that can't call on their Lord, but have to call upon the powers that be for salvation. That shows you didn't have faith. That shows you weren't really about the Most High. That's why the Lord said that our temptation is going to come across the whole earth. Esau thinks he has everything in his hands. All right, like brother read it. What was that? Sirach 13 you was reading earlier? Yeah. They're gonna be laughing at you. They laughing at you right now. Look, they're laughing at all these people out here scared, wearing masks. You know, it's like a big. It's crazy how simple it is for them to poison your minds and you just follow it. So much less when this mark of the beast is put into fruition, they're gonna get you. Every they have, like the brother was going into, problem, reaction, solution. They got the problem all set up for you, and then wait to see how the people react. And they already know how you're gonna react for the most part. And then when it gets to a crazy point, they're gonna come out with the solution, which is in this case the mark of the beast. Let's get rid of all the paper currency, all the coins, and we're gonna go this route. And it's gonna be easy and convenient for you. We're all gonna be as one. You know, they're gonna have the universal basic income. You know, this whole stimulus check crap that they have going on right now, that's just buttering you all up to accept their universal basic income. All these things are set up so they can deconstruct America into the new world order system. All right, this is the horde right up on top of the beast. And this is all according to the Most High's plan. But you have to have spiritual eyes to see what the Lord is trying to show you. You can't bow down to the system. Once you bow down to the system, that's when there's no chance of salvation for you. Go ahead, Akim.
Hey, I got a precept real quick just to back you up. Both of you brothers, really, because just like you're saying about, the beauty of this their place and how they give it to you in such a luxurious way at first, but when you peel back the curtain of what these things really are, you really see the devil for what he is. The point here is in verse 11 and 12, but I'm going to start at verse 8. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. We're exposing Esau right now. But verse 9, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Going into a lot of these technologies like the brothers are going into, problem, reaction, solution. He has the solution already at the end, and he has what it is in this rawest form. But see, he starts you out gradually and gives it to you in a luxurious type of way or whatever, whatnot. Like, for instance, social media, Facebook and all those things. Like, well, people think that they can get in contact with their people, but they're just mining your data and whatever, whatnot. There's a beast behind these things. Like the brother was going into with the cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. It's a luxurious thing that you can do right now, but they're just sucking you into that, the one world order system and things like that, right? It says, going back to, going to verse 10, with all the deceivableness and of unrighteousness, and them that perish because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Going also into what the brother was going into, we trying to take truth, but what you want to go and consult on these Egyptians, man. You want to go and listen to them, and that's going to be your shame, because you're listening to the things that they're selling you and telling you, it's a gimmick. They have to advertise these things. Oh, go get this this jab is going to make you better and everything like that. Look, we got these wonders to make these things go away and everything. We got the solution to all your problems, but it's really a trap. All right. It says, verse 11, and for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. Following that whole situation up with, you don't want to listen. You have the luxury of the Lord coming to you right now, pleading unto you and breaking these scriptures down and exposing Esau and his plan and what he's doing, in real time right now, as things are popping off. But you don't want to believe the truth. So what? The Most High is going to give you over to believe these things. And we see Jake doing it every day, lining up for the jab and then coming out with these side effects or whatever, whatnot, But ultimately, it's going to lead you into the slaughter of Jacob's trouble, You brothers got it.
Real quick, you said Thessalonians, what did it say about deceiving by the lying wonders and signs?
Khan, I'm going to read verse 9 and 10 then. It says, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9 and 10. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Yep. And you read Revelation 13 and 14. All right, it says, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. You go into that word miracles is pretty much the signs. Because as you read what they didn't want to receive the love of the truth, you know, and then when you go into that word miracles or deceive it, you know, it pretty much says one sec. It says that it's gonna go into like the signs. It says first definition says deceive is to cause to stray, to lead astray. And what it say? They didn't want to receive the truth, so to say. You know, cause leads to astray. So being deceived, man, from the truth. You know that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. All right, that all these things are happening is the image of the beast speaking, man, showing what he wants full control. All right, full control over everything, and he will have full control over everything. What if he get control of the money? Because what money is what, as they say, makes the world go round. You know, when you woke up this morning, what everybody woke up to a job. They happen to go work. Okay, so what money is what pumps this earth. So when you get control over the money, as one elite would say, you know, I care not who makes the laws or the policies. You know, he who controls the England's empire is the one who controls the money. I control the money. You know, so having full control of money and what through his technology, which would be his miracles, all right, his deception. That's how he's going to get full control over everything. Okay?
Yep.
Through technology, through his miracles. Well, he's going to deceive them by these signs. You go to that word sign, furthermore, it says to be led away error and sin. The deception. Here, at the end of the day, too. Somebody say something? Yeah, because at the end of the day, too, you know, if you really look further into it, it's like a religion, man. Esau trying to get you to worship the image of the beast, man. All right? To get you to believe and trust in this system. You know? At the end of the day, that's what it is. He's trying to get you to accept it. And what he's got to persuade you. Do not the scripture say every man be persuaded in his own mind? You know? So what? Through the even the scriptures also say, because Esau slick, man. Through the terror of the Lord we persuade men. So what? Through the terror that Esau is going to bring, he's going to persuade you to get this chip. You know, he wise, man. He's wise. He got it all. He got it all figured out, man. To a certain extent, when the Lord make a chess move on. Go ahead, on.
That's why it says in Revelation it talks about, you know, concerning the mark of the beast, that he deceived those that received his mark. You know, and you go into like the brother said, he's trying to make this like a religion, because the scripture talks about they worship the beast and his image and received his mark. So what he's trying to do, he's trying to replicate what the Most High is doing. Right, because the Most High has a mark, pursuant to Ezekiel 9. And what is that mark? Is an exemption from judgment. So what Esau is doing, he's making a carnal or a physical mark to exempt you from the judgment of not being able to buy and sell, of not being able to continue in society. So that's deception right there, you know. But he's a devil. He's trying to recreate everything that the Lord has made. And that's, you can look into history and look in today, and that's what it is, the GMOs. The Most High made an apple with seeds. He makes an apple with no seeds. All right. The Most High made herbs of the ground. He makes Oxycontin and Xanax. The Most High made the human body. He says he can make it better with biohacking and cyborgs. So he's doing everything contrary to the Lord, but doing this, he's trying to recreate. Really, he's trying to create a synthetic version of the kingdom of heaven. But you have to take his mark and worship him in his image, which is his philosophies, you know, his new world order. And something that the brother said, you know, that I want to hit on real quick. The brother said about, you know, it don't matter about who, or it's all about who controls the money, right? So if they cut the only way, well, first let's look at right now. The only way to get to money is through the devil, the nigga that's ruling the earth right now. You got to go to the bank, which he runs, he owns, he prints the money. You know, you can't. I mean, people make counterfeit money, but for the most part, you got to go to him. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna cut all that off, and then guess what? If you got to go to him again, you know. So you're just gonna change it up. And this is 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil. So what's gonna make these people? The root of all evil is gonna be the love of money. So people that these niggas might have 10,000 or 20,000, whatever they might have, because they love that money, they're gonna go commit a great evil, which is taking that chip. They're gonna be finding themselves in bad times because they want to keep that money. They want to continue to be able to spend and go buy the Gucci boots and the the Louis Vuitton shades, and because what, they love money, and that's the root of all evil. And guess what the chip is gonna do? Buying and selling. What do you use money for? Buying and selling. That's how Esau gonna get the majority of these people, man. See, a lot of people say, "Oh, y'all ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna do that. I wouldn't do it." All right, well, we'll see when the hammer comes down on you and you can't buy or sell nothing, which is a necessity to live. You have to be able to buy, because people ain't bartering. You don't take a cow to the local market, your cow to the local market and trade it for some chickens, and some homers of barley. You know what I'm saying? You gotta buy these things with what? The devil's currency. You don't, look, even gold and silver is not accepted at the local grocery store. You can't go in there with some golden coins or some gold. Just imagine you going into Publix with a golden brick. Even though that's actual money or currency, they're gonna look at you like you stupid. What the hell this nigga doing in here with a golden brick? Or you got a big old gold Cuban link chain and you drop it on the counter for the cashier. You can't do that. You gotta abide by what the nigga running the money says. He says you gotta use this piece of paper, this monopoly money, then that's what it is. So as soon as he says you gotta use his digital currency, that's what it is. And because of the love of money, many people will err, man. They're gonna accept this chip willingly. But go ahead, brothers.
Hey, I got something to back you up on what you just said about the love of money and what people gonna wind up doing after those things, because things is about to get super expensive, and like the brothers is going into with the mark of the beast, people gonna be kind of strapped for trying to just survive and get food or whatever, whatnot, because they're gonna have an in caste system and an out caste system. You're not gonna be able to buy or sell or be able to get food. So I'm gonna read 2 Ezra 15, verse 18 and 19. It says, 18 and 19. It says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." So, like the brother was saying, once the money gets scarce, and also the food and everything starts drying up, they're gonna have the money, but you're gonna have to go through their situation to get the money, and a lot of people they're gonna be rebelling from those things, but then it's gonna turn out to an all-out a frenzy, and Esau's gonna have to come in with his troops and try to stabilize things, man. This is where you're gonna start trying to force people, man. All right, these people are gonna start going haywire once they find out that their dollar bills and their wallets are worth nothing else. You got to convert over to this here system. All right, then this is where this great temptation is coming on earth. Look, just sign up. We'll give you these credits. Go ahead and sign up now and get these credits. But then when it gets down to the last little bit of people, all right, that's when, you start seeing this havoc going around, man. People just start scavenging and stuff, Well, go ahead.
I got a quick one to go into that. This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, "My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not." All right, you go into that word entice, it means to attract or lure. And when I went into the word lure, it says tempt by the offering of something desired. And that's what Esau is going to do. He's going to tempt you to get the RFID microchip by the offering of something desired, meaning that money. Or you want to eat? Okay, well, here, come get this chip. Because remember, Esau ain't going to force this thing on us. He's gonna technically force it, but it ain't gonna be something. Look, you gonna get this right here, and we're gonna put you up against his wall and just jab you up. No, Esau's gonna entice you. He's gonna tempt you. This is why it's called the hour of temptation. He's gonna tempt you by the offering of something desired, man. Okay, that's why it says consent not. But like we know, it's gonna happen. A lot of our people are gonna take it because it's gonna be I'm gonna skip down to verse 13. And this is what the sinners are, this is what the wicked is saying. It says, verse 13, we shall find all precious substance, we shall fill our houses with spoil, cast in thy lot among us, let us all have one purse. So they're gonna be a little like, let's all be one. Look, you see us okay, good, come get this chick, you're gonna be just like this, man. But I don't know, I think you still have something up?
I got a piece.
I got something.
Just going off what the brothers are hitting off on. This is the book of Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. So going into what the brother Osh was going into earlier, going into like the GMOs and all things, the brothers are hitting on all these things is that perverse spirit, which is contrary to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This is the Lord saying that in every work, this is the Lord stirring up all these different spirits up, all right, for the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. Was going into Revelations 3 and 10. All right, so I got the word perverse and the etymology online. It's an adjective, late 14th century. It says wicked, unnatural, degenerate, perverse, contrary, turn away from what is right, wrong, maliciousness, and to corrupt. All right, so if you take this RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, all right, that's letting you know that the Lord is saying, I got one more on here. That's the Lord saying that that's you basically going to corrupt yourselves, and therefore you have to take you have to take the if you take the RFID chip, you will be in the lake of fire, and that's it.
I can get something to pretty much add to the point my mom's getting into. Pretty much going into peer pressure, that's what's going to be, But here, Isaiah 33, and I'll start at verse 15. It says, "He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding of bribes, that stoppeth the ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil, he shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the mountains of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His water shall be sure." So, going into those that are, going to stand up for righteousness' sake, going into, it says in the Wisdom Song 5th chapter, those that are so stiffly, where you talk about someone still standing stiffly, unmovable, so you're not going to be able to bribe the elect. You're not going to be able to give a gift to the elect to deceive them, because ultimately they're already been bought, So that's really what's getting to Esau's head. That's why he's cutting those channels down. It's not people that's, doing stupid stuff in the street, or in the world. He's more concerned about the men that have the truth, because he knows those are the only people that are in his way.
Right, and real quick, because I want to make a point. Going back to this 10, it says, "My son of sinners entice thee." And how? So the reason why Esau is being confounded is he's like, "Get these motherfuckers to take this shit." I'm using their own people to show them, like, look, you should take it. Like brothers just was talking about a little Uzi Vert, talking about he'll get a brain chip. That's how Esau's going to try to entice the people. Entice Jake, entice the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. He's going to use their own people to try to get them. So, but the elect is not going to be able. The elect is not going to be deceived. Okay, so Esau's going to be like, I don't know what else to do but to kill these motherfuckers out here.
Exactly. Yeah, because the elect know the promises. Right. We know what's in store for us if we can endure on to the end. So why are we going to sell ourselves short on something that's ultimately this kingdom is going to be destroyed? And that goes into the wisdom and knowledge that needs to be at that time. Jake has a fear of missing out. Saying, you're not missing out on nothing. This world's getting ready to perish. We're meditating on the world to come. That's why we don't care about this damn place.
Right. And they told that in the movie. I forget the name of it. Brother Asha sent it out a while back. But if you was a so-called Christian, you know, or you didn't have the mark, they want to kill you out on the street. Because the so-called Christians in that movie were basically saying not to get the chip. Because they were the ones that didn't get it. Everybody else had the chip. And you go around and show me your chip. Or show me your mark. Whatever they were saying.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you didn't have
it was a low budget movie, but it was a good one.
Oh yeah, kind
I got one real quick. Because the bros is going into that enticement and into that temptation. You know, 14 and 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children, brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. All right, and whosoever will not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So, you know, it's gonna get down to the nitty gritty. You know, not only the things you desire, like the things you like with money or food or clothes or those sort of things. Like it's gonna even boil down to your own life. Oh man, you know. But hey, we know that we are dead, but our life is hid. You know, with Yahweh Shai. So even the elect, if we be those men, some of the elect may be tempted even unto death. All right, with their own life as well. You know, that's how this thing will get down to the nitty gritty, man. You know, all the way to your own life, man. You know, being persecuted or being killed, getting your head chopped off, or what the elect, regardless, no matter what the temptation is, no matter how severe. All right, the elect is not going to fold because the elect has been spiritually disconnected from this place. All right, they're not abiding in this place. They're not abiding by the laws of this place, man. All right, they're not deceived by the image of the beast. You know, we're not down with the program. Plain and simple. You know, and there's nothing you can do, nothing you can waive. They can't be bought out. They can't be bargained with. None of those things. You know, you cannot deceive those men. If it were, the scripture say, if it were possible, all right, they would be able to deceive the elect, man. Okay.
Yeah, and real quick before the brother gets his precept, what the brother was just talking about envy and all that stuff. Esau shows you that in his movies, man. There's a movie on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. It's called The Mark of the Beast. It's from the 80s, and they were showing that the people that didn't want to get the chip or the mark of the beast, they would get beheaded. They get put on the guillotine, and the guillotine will come down and kill the people. You know, they'll die. So Esau shows it to you in the movies. It says you're an idiot and you don't want to believe it. Okay, but you got something?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's that predictive programming. Yeah. No, you have something, brother?
If you got something to say, bro, go ahead. But I can
Salaki, the movie is called Image of the Beast. It's from the 1980s.
Hey, see how those, and again, that's predictive program. They're just going to continue to show these. Well, they've been showing you signs of what they want to achieve in their latter days, all the way since back in this, since TV became a thing. So they use the media, they use these celebrities, and they use the news in order to implant their way of thinking into the masses of the people. It's a big spell. And so now here it is, 2021. People they want to be cyborgs. They want to have that. They want to be connected to the internet. They think it's cool, and they're completely forgetting what the scriptures have said about this. And we've been bringing it out. This is the book of what is this? James, the 1st chapter, and the 12th verse. It says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation." So we're all going to endure temptation. We understand that our temptation is going to come across everybody on the earth. All right. But blessed is the one that endures temptation. The only one that can be blessed is you Israelites. So you have to endure the temptation that, ultimately is going to fall upon the whole earth. It's going to try you. It's going to be your time of, it's your big test to show the Lord, Yahweh by Shim Yahshai, that you really been fighting for him. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life. which the Lord have promised to them that love him. So again, this goes into the kingdom of heaven. You know, most people don't want to accept it, or they don't want to believe it. You know, they think it's like a fairy tale, but all these things that are happening on the earth right now was ultimately leading up to the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven can't come on the earth unless all these things come to pass. So all this horrible stuff that you see happening on the earth has to happen, including the dollar collapsing and martial law troops and everything that we've been telling you, our temptation, the mark of the beast. You name it, we've talked about it. That time of Jacob's trouble, okay? All these nuclear war, all this has to happen. And then the kingdom comes. But yeah, that was it on that, brother. Go ahead.
I got a quick going to the book of Matthew 24, verse 24. It says, "For there shall arise false Christs, or Mashiachs, anointed." It says, "and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders."
Hey, going back in great signs, all the signs, lying wonders. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's the deception.
Hey, because the ultimate false prophet is you should know that one of the three unclean spirits. You know, so that's they're gonna arise certain men to claim to be anointed, but then you got the false prophet that's gonna be burned with the beast. You know, get taken down with the beast. And that's the one that's the, like brother said, that's the one that's gonna really deceive people. So, you got niggas that claim to be sent by the Lord, but then you got the false prophet that's gonna deceive the whole damn world, and they've already been deceiving the whole world, but you already know, pursuant to the scriptures, that they're gonna help push this agenda forward. Which ultimately, who runs the false prophet is the Esau Edom, the beast. That's part of the beast system shit. That's part of the new world order. Because what the false, if you didn't know, the false prophet is the Catholics, so to say, Catholicism, which means what? Universal. So they're gonna make one world order, right? New world order. One world currency, one world religion, it's all about just one universal that bring everybody together, But that's the same thing that ancient, that not Nebuchadnezzar, but the original Babylonians try to do with the tower. Exactly. They trying to do the same shit again. Going to show you that this is Esau. He's not original, man. This nigga's a thief on all sorts of levels.
I mean, all that one crap. I mean, that's basically the consensus going on right now. For the past few years, it's been, we all got to come as one. We all have to come together in these tough times. And they putting that on the commercials. You watch the Super Bowl, all the commercials talking about we got to be as one. They're trying to get your mind into just coming together. So when they do enact the mark of the beast, that you're gonna be all for it, and anybody that's against it is the enemy. Go ahead.
Real quick, I just want to add a point. That all come together. Hey, when they took down the towers, man.
Yep.
Towers, and they erected one big tower.
Yeah.
World come together as one under what? Under one banner. All right. And you remember after that incident, 9/11, it brought a lot of people together.
Oh, yeah.
Tragedy brought a lot of people together. So hey, that's been Esau's plan for the longest. The one tongue, one people, one language, one religion. Esau wants to get rid of religion. What happened to you can believe anything you want. You got your religious rights, No,
freedom of religion. Yeah, freedom of religion.
Yeah, freedom. Yeah. Get rid of that. Outlaw the scriptures.
again, going back to Esau trying to make a synthetic version of the kingdom of heaven, that's what Yahushua is bringing, the true new world order, and it's going to be one thing. It's going to be one law, one. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, that's what Esau's trying to recreate, but it's on the left hand. It's wicked. It's a wicked version of it, because it's going to be one in the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be one currency, one language. All right, it's going. You get down or get laid down, But Esau want to do it wickedly, though, because we're going to do it righteously, beginning with Yahweh Shemel Shai, of course, and then the elect, Lord's will we be part of that number, and Israel ruling, the righteous are in authority. That's the true new world order, all right? Because this did not Peter say? I believe it was Peter. He said, "We look for new heavens and a new earth." A new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. So yeah, new world order is coming, all right, but it ain't what you think it is, Yeah, it's actually gonna be better than what you think it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Esau acts like he ain't never read Genesis chapter 11, going into the tabernacle. We already saw what happened once before when the nations tried to come together. The Lord had to break that shit up. And when you read verse 6, it says, and the Lord came down. And now Yahushai's coming down, man. And he's breaking that shit up.
Nope.
And he's going to destroy everybody.
That's how you can tell it's the Lord, because how could you be so stupid and do the same thing that happened? Why would you do the same shit again? That's how you can tell it's the Lord putting the spirit on Esau to do this shit. It's the same shit. It's the same exact shit. Go ahead.
The pride has deceived him. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah,
exactly. Hey, and what that's how you know America is Babylon, because America's really the place that pushes that. Go, let's all come together. It's the melting pot. We can all be okay, and we can all coexist. You see the bumper stickers that say coexist. But then, like you said, his pride has deceived him. What else does it say? Though he exalt himself and to as the eagle. What was that tower about? Trying to get to the heavens.
Okay.
The tower was about trying to get to the heavens, man. So look, Esau, he's not original, bro, and he's through at this point in time, man. We already know what happened, and you trying to like the brother just said, you trying to redo. That's called insanity. You trying to redo something that's already failed, but you trying to now it's updated. You got technology, you got missiles. Look, it failed before, it's gonna fail again. Go ahead, Dawada. You got something?
Yeah, brother, I want to back you up real quick with a couple of scriptures, but real quick, 2 Thessalonians 2:4, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, right? Now, real quick, Isaiah 14, start at verse 13 and read verse 14. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation.
Right. And again, that goes back to the original Babylonians. All right, not the Assyrians. You got to know your history to know the mysteries, like the apostles always say. But that was the Tower of Babel. All right. Well, you go into the secular history, they were trying to go into the heavens. They were building that to make it to the heavens, and that's when the Lord confounded the languages. So now here it is, Esau, has been given the ability to actually make it to the heavens. And what they got up there, they got mainly Esau, but they got different nations up there, different, Moab and shit. I believe, what country? United Arab Emirates, where Dubai is. They just send up some shit up into space, going to the moon or Mars, some shit. So now all these nations, which was the original plan, going back to the Nimrod, okay, the true Hamitic Babylonians, they were all trying to come together and to make it to the heavens. But that's why the Lord, put a bound that they could not cross, the Van Allen belt. So it's beautiful that we can actually sit back and correlate the history with what's going on now, and then understand that the scriptures already spoke about this, and we already know how the Tower of Babel ended. How the Babylonians they They didn't make no new world order. Right as they was building it, as Job says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, as he's eating, then the Lord gonna rain his wrath upon him. So ain't nothing new under the sun. But go ahead, I'll keep going. What you got?
Yeah, I got one more. Talking about that new world order, right? Habakkuk 2:5. It says, "Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." And he does that to what? To reign over top of all these people, man. He's trying to bring everybody together and have like a big melting pot, but then ultimately he's sitting on top of that pile of people, man. All right? You got it, brothers.
I got a quick precept, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. All right, so right now the earth is the people, okay, are hungry for something new, for a solution, to the issue. Esau gradually got you always, ready to accept something new. iPhone, this new iPhone, that new iPhone, this new pair of shoes, that new pair of shoes, this new car, new cars, new shoes, new phones, new technology. So what? The people are in that mindset like, look, we need something new. Well, they're mourning right now. So, they're looking for something new to pop up. Right? And then what? Esau got that new world order agenda nicely wrapped and ready for you. Ready to pretty much let it out like a new PS5 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you really get to the gist of everything, the smart people, it'll be like, damn, like these are the same J's, just a different color. The same pair of Jordans, just a different color. And they realize they getting ripped off. It's like, yo, you paying $200 for these pairs of shoes, but it's fucking shoes. They just keep bringing them back. As the scriptures say, is no new thing underneath the sun. So likewise with this new world order agenda, this so-called new religion, okay, bringing everybody under one banner. It's the same fucking week. Look, the elect with the knowledge of the scriptures, we looking like this is the same fucking shit Nimrod tried to do back in Genesis 11. So that's Esau. He's played out. He's done, man.
Mm-hmm.
So to try to bring something that it's not new. It's no new thing underneath the sun. So that's why you're not gonna be able to deceive the elect. You're gonna be able to see the elect by giving, the 2/3 by giving them the same pair of shoes, just different fucking colors. Like that's how you're gonna deceive them. You can deceive them with that bullshit, but you're not gonna deceive the elect.
Right.
See through all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like Ari, I was saying, like brother was saying earlier, the problem reaction solution. He has made Esau is the problem, but now he's trying to present the solution, bro. This nigga, the brother just read that when the wicked is in authority, the people mourn. The reason the people are mourning is because this nigga is in power. But now he's the hero. Somehow he's gonna help you out. He gonna solve all the problems of the world. But the reason the world is in this condition is because of him. But then he presents you with these, like the brother was just going into, using the comparison of the shoes. He'll present you these solutions that is the same solution, just wrapped up in a different bow tie. But it shit didn't work the first time. Mm-hmm. It's the same shit that he's the fucking cause of. Excuse the language, but he's the cause. He's the root of the problem. But then he tries to present a solution to you, and then that don't work. Then he'll present it again in a different way. Come on, man. Look, we not ignorant, like the brother read earlier. We not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We see right through you, man. The will of the elect, dude. That's why we're not gonna be deceived, man. Lord's will we those men. We're not gonna be deceived with your nonsense. Look, we can go to the first book of the Bible and let you know off rip that shit ain't gonna work.
Yep. It's just welfare 2.0.
Kind of.
The welfare 2.0. Right now you can get the same. You can get all the benefits, the food stamps, the tax cuts, the tax returns, all this stuff. But it's just 2.0. Now it's gonna be the same shit. Once again, the same shit just on a chip. Like, bro, who are you deceiving? Not the elect. Lord's will we those men. You ain't deceiving the elect. You might be deceiving these people, but it's the same system, just digital. You know, like, bro, you ain't finna deceive nobody, which welfare is what further destroyed our people. Okay, when I used to work in my old job, the chick, she would make sure she didn't work a certain amount of hours, go over a certain amount of hours because she wanted a big tax return. She said that the more you make, the less you get. So she wanted, and what? That's keeping her in poverty. So let's say she was making $30,000 a year. Well, her ideology is don't make over $30,000 because why? She won't get as big as a tax return the more she make. So what? What's that doing? That's keeping her at $30,000. So what? The welfare system is keeping you in poverty. It's keeping you in poverty. You know, it's not to help you. Like El Tahar said on one of his latest videos, he said Esau has to have welfare out. Because imagine if he didn't have welfare. Like the elder said, he ain't doing it because he care about you. He doing it because why? You didn't get these niggas food stamps. You didn't get these poor people food stamps and all these different freebies. They will be stealing and robbing. So what? The welfare is needful to keep order. That's it. To keep order, unless these people will be tearing this place apart if they want receiving $200, $300, $400, $500 of food stamps every month. They will be tearing this apart. They will be stealing. No.
In the scriptures speak about the true welfare, which is Israel. Let me get that real quick. This is okay, here it is. This is Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world. And the wise king is the upholding of the people. Receive therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good. So what Esau, like brother was mentioning, all these benefits that Esau puts out to our people, because he, like the brother was saying, that he knows if not, these niggas will go ballistic, you know, because they don't have chains on them no more. There ain't no whips, you know. Now it's guns and mental chains, but they have to give these our people these incentives, so to say, to stay in line. But again, the point I brought that out is because the true welfare is about to come. All right, let me read it again. Wisdom of Solomon, because you see, welfare shouldn't just be limited to single black women, which and dirty trailer park Edomites. You know, this is Wisdom of Solomon 6:24. But the multitude of the wise, which is what? Yeah, Yahweh Shem Shai in the house of David. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world. So as soon as, like the brother read earlier, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. That's because why? They are the welfare of the world. Everyone will benefit, because what they call welfare, benefits. Everyone will benefit when the multitude of the wise is in authority. But when soon these benefits is going to be contingent on the mark of the beast. Comply with the New World Order, or you can sit in some detention center, some FEMA camp. All right, who knows what, you know? It's going to get bad. But hey, the grass is greener on the other side, man. That's what we're trying to tell our people. Look, it's going to get bad. Of course, the scriptures say, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom the Most High. But that's good. That's good news, you know, for the elect anyway, because a majority of our people that are have to die a horrible death. But just know that the welfare of the world is coming. All right. So let me read them again. It says, but the Wisdom of Solomon 6:24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world. Not just selected few, the world. All right. It says, and a wise king is the upholding of the people, which ultimately is going to be Yahushua. All right. King David. All right. And we're going to be, the scriptures say we're going to be a nation of kings and priests. So it says, and the wise king is the upholding of the people. Receive their instruction through my words, and it shall do you good. So what's going to be, what's the true New World Order going to be run off of? The words of Yahweh Shem Shai. And what it say? Receive therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good. That's plain and simple, man. Esau doesn't do. He don't receive the instruction. That's why the world ain't doing too good. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. The world is in the worst condition it's ever been in human history since the world was created. All right, this is the worst condition that the world's ever been in. The worst mentalities ever. All right, the morality is at the lowest place it can actually go, but it's gonna get even worse though. You know, morality is not even gonna be a thing when people are busting through your windows for a slice of bread. But this is the it's called cause and effect. This is the effect of the devil being in power, man. This is why things are going to get the time of Jacob's trouble is going to get so bad because the people that are in authority are a bunch of devils. They have created an environment that allows nothing but violence, chaos, abominations. So what do you think is the outcome of it? You reap what you sow. You know? But go ahead, brothers. We can close out on here in a couple minutes.
You got something down there?
Yeah, I wanted to back you up a little bit when you were saying about through these welfare systems, how they destroy our people. All right. Daniel 8:25, it says, and through his policy also shall cause crafts to prosper in his hand, you know, and also going into, you know, this market to beast system that we're going into, you know, he's going to have the health benefits and all these different benefits, you know, like you were saying, welfare 2.0, right? It says, and through his policy also shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and shall magnify himself in his heart, you know, like he's the savior of the world's problems, you know, or problem reaction solution. Ultimately, he's the solution. Bow down to him, follow him. All right. It says, and by peace shall destroy many, and shall also stand up against the prince of princes, and shall be broken without hand. But, you know, the point was by peace shall destroy many, you know. And we know this is Esau because he's going to fight against the Lord, you know, also. Go ahead, brothers.
Yeah, and that was talking about Antiochus Epiphanes, man. All right, which Elder Tahar said I'm quoting him on, but hey, Joe Biden. You know what I mean? You see, that's Mr. Policy himself. You know, policy. You know, he's been in a senator. He's been in this political this governing system for years. You know, so Lord's will, he is Antiochus Epiphanes, man. You know. Lord's will, but that's who that was talking about. But you know, this is the same system from the Greeks to the Romans to, you know, Rome 2.0. You know, it's the same power structure.
Yep. Antiochus, you know, he came into power by flatteries. You know, you think about how he was doing deals and he came into power, so to say, peaceably. You know, so that's how, you know, Joe Biden, you know, is coming to this thing, signing executive orders. You know, so I can see how that could very well be him. You
know. That was it, Dawda?
That was it. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation 18 and 21. Revelation 18 and 21. I started 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets. All right, so rejoice. And what? That's starting now. We see the end of this place. You know, rejoice. We're rejoicing over her. That's why we can see this place is done. It's finished. Okay? For the Most High avenged you on her, who took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. So the overthrow of this society, Babylon being thrown down, that's the overthrow of this society, man. The overthrow of this land, Babylon the Great, and it's going to go out violently, because not only is the elect not going to accept this new system, Esau having a hard time within his own people. That's why he got demonized his own people, white extremist groups. You know, because why? They got lots of firepower. Okay, lots of firepower. So Esau, man, these elites is finna be in some big trouble, bro. They finna have a hard freaking time trying to push forward this. Now they're gonna get it done to a certain extent, but it's gonna be a great resistance, and this place is gonna go out violently, man. Violently, ending with missiles bombarding this place and destroying it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Anybody got anything to close out with?
Yeah, I got one. Psalms 33 and verse 9, and it reads, "For he spake, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast." Verse 10, "The Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect." So pretty much summing up what brother's going into, how, Esau, even the so-called white man, is pretty much through. His whole objective is to have everybody a chip population. All right, numbering you people down to 550 million according to the Georgia Guidestones. Well, guess what? He's a fool, as it is written. They show themselves to be but men. You see the heavenly
500 million. 500 million.
Oh yeah, 500 million. The Heavenly Father already got who he's going to set up to be the king. According to Sirach, the 10th chapter, we're on the 4th verse. Yeah, I was shot my shot, man. And this is all prophecy, man. So this is true. Verse 11, the counsel.
Hey, real quick, read that verse again, Baba Shah.
Verse 10, the Lord Yahweh, Shai, bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
There you go. Real quick, he bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. I believe with King David, one of the songs that said, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked." So that secret counsel is going to be brought to naught, man. Which is what what they call quote unquote Illuminati, which you get some understanding on that, where you know what it's really talking about. But the elites of the society, which is what Esau Edom, and then you have Psalms 83 tells you who's all a part of that secret council, but Esau Edom is the spearhead. All right, they the one calling the shots of that council, and we understand that that's the Lord, like brother just read. The Lord is gonna bring that to naught, man. Okay, so Esau's new order, the Georgia Guidestones, it ain't gonna happen. Even though he's trying to do it right now with what's going on around the world right now, and you watch Bill Gates, what he talked about a couple years back, and what they're doing on millions of people right now. Okay, so go ahead, Doc. You got it.
Verse 11. Continuing, it says, "He maketh the devices of the people of none effect." Going into Job, I believe Job 20, it speaks about the brother quoted it, the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in strength. And then Job 18, the scriptures speak about how the Lord have laid a snare for him, man. All right, so the ultimate, the Lord has a monkey wrench in this whole new world agenda, man, and that's ultimately the divine intervention of the Heavenly Father sending his only begotten Son, Yahweh shot back, man. In a time of great trouble, when all hell is breaking loose, okay, that fire that's going to be kindled, the sedition, all right, the nations rising up against each other, man, all right, and ultimately, that's going to, brother, bringing it out. I think last Wednesday live, pretty much going into how that baby is going to be born in the midst of that. What is it, brother? Was pretty much saying what you were saying, brother. How the birth pains, all right, so that, and then what is going to bring forth that war that Yahweh Shai is going to bring, man. Okay, because the Lord is going to break up this World War III, man. So going into the icing on the cake is you're not going to win. You're set up for failure, man. All right, verse 11, it says, "The counsel of the Lord Yahweh standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations." So, and the thoughts of Yahweh Shai is to give all you nations under subjection to his only begotten Son, man. Okay, as it is written, "Sit down on my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool," man. That's it, brother.
Con. So with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying. We're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakha Padash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
As soon as I